Hello my loves and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten and we are doing day 4 of the 13 days of horror, and today's video is some haunted house recommendations. I have quite a few to talk to you about. We've gone slightly over the 5 that I've been kind of like aiming for, and we've got a mixture. We've got some classics, we've got some more modern things, and we've got a couple of lighter ones if you're not wanting to be truly scared. Although I have to admit, I don't think any of these books truly scared me, although I have had some recent recommendations for genuinely scary haunted house books, which is what I was looking for, which is something that I asked for suggestions for, so I'm very excited to give those a try. Feel free to put in any other recommendations for other haunted houses. Like I've mentioned in previous videos for these recommendation ones, there will be other recommendations in later videos for these 13 days of horror that will work for a haunted house, but I've used them for other subcategories within the horror genre, so they may crop up. That's all the housekeeping. I hope you enjoy the video and let's get straight down to these haunted houses. We of course have to start off with Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House, a book that I read that I really enjoyed. I actually think it's my favourite Shirley Jackson book, and it is unsettling to say the least. So we are following this Dr. Montague, and he has invited a few different people to go to Hill House for a little experiment, a little light-hearted experiment, except things start going really wrong. And I like how this house felt like an entity in its own right. It was really unsettling. You really got that feel that something is wrong, that this house is wrong, and I loved that. I also loved how you got the different perspectives, seeing how it was affecting people in different ways. It truly was quite unsettling, so I think this is a great one. I mean, it's a classic for a reason. I would recommend, if you haven't read this one and you're a little bit worried about classics and stuff, I think it is really readable while still being unsettling. Like, it's not going to full out terrify you, but it is eerie, unsettling, with this house that just feels malevolent, and I loved that. So really recommend this one. Another classic would be The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. This is a book that I read many years ago. I was reading it for my GCSEs, and we also went to see a play, and the play genuinely scared me. It's why I haven't reread the book. I know I could reread it now and it probably wouldn't be as scary to me. Play genuinely scared me. This is a book where we're following a tale of, I think he is an attorney that's going to see this woman in this house, and things start going really wrong. You're seeing it from his perspective, and he starts questioning, is this all happening? Is this in my mind? What is actually going on? This was truly scary. I mean, you have to take into account I was a lot younger. I was like 15, but it truly scared me. I think this is a really good one. If you're looking for that gothic classic, the eeriness of it, I loved how creeped out I was. I definitely want to reread this one. The film I don't rate as much, but the play and the book was very good. Let's go on to some more modern ones, things that I've read a little bit more recently so I can give you a bit more detail. Starting off with a couple that I don't own physically, we have A Good House for Children. I think this one's by, I want to say Katie Collins, but I may have that slightly wrong. This is a book that I think is really underrated. Got my sister to read this one as well, and she also really liked it. I think this was well done because it has a slow creeping dread, and that's something that I've noticed with a lot of these haunted house stories, is that it isn't horror full-on straight away. It grows. It is unsettling. It gives you the question of, is this all actually happening, or is this inside our character's head? The story for this one is that we have this couple that has purchased this home in Somerset. Now, a lot of the locals are a bit like, oh, I would stay away from that place, be really careful, especially you've got a young child, it's not the best place. And the husband's like dismissive of it, not really worried about it. He doesn't stay there a lot anyway because he's driving to work a lot, whereas the mum, she's there a lot. She's there all the time looking after her child, and she's getting more and more unsettled by the different warnings that she's had from the town. And they've given her this little stone with a hole in it, telling her it's a hag stone, and that will tell her, if she looks through it, she will see what's actually going on. And the things just get more and more unsettling, and I really liked it. There's a scene with ravens, I think it's ravens, but anyway, there's birds. There's a scene with birds, and I was reading that late at night and it freaked me out. The scene is happening at night. We've got all of these birds birds go into this house. It's getting really like gruesome. And then all of a sudden I'm reading, my back is to the window, and then there is this bang on my window, and I'm like 3rd floor up. Nothing's getting up here. Scared the crap out of me. Scared the absolute crap out of me. I was like, oh no, book's going down. No, we're good. We're gonna wait till morning time to read this. I really liked it. I do think it's underrated. I really liked how it does get you questioning what is going on, especially because like the husband's like, well, nothing's happening, you know, this is all inside your head and stuff like this, but you're seeing it like as the, it's good. I genuinely think this is very underrated. It needs to be talked about a bit more. If you're looking for that sort of gothic, eerie, unsettling house and you're not sure what's going on, yeah, give this one a read. I feel like a lot of haunted house stories, they have the same beats. You've got this house, the locals are like, you shouldn't be here, it's a little bit worrying and stuff, and then things start happening. So it's typical of that, but it works really well, and I really liked the seaside setting for it as well. I think that added an extra element to this story, and yeah, it was good. It was a very good book, actually. I really liked that one. Then another one that I don't own, which isn't technically a haunted house, it's a haunted store, and that's Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. This is one that I read a few years ago, but I do keep thinking about, and I lent out my copy and I've not had it back, and I kind of do want a copy for my shelves because I think the formatting of this book is also part of why I loved it so much, because this is formatted like an actual IKEA catalogue, and the story is around a store very similar to IKEA that things, well, something's not quite right. They're coming in every time they open the store in the morning, furniture's been thrown all over the place and stuff, and they're like, but nobody's here at night. What is going on? The cameras aren't showing anything. And so the manager's like, okay, I need volunteers for people to do a night shift, to stay overnight, to find out what is going on to the store. And so we do. We have this group that sign up for this night shift, and yeah, things get creepy, but I loved it. I definitely need to get another copy of this book because I love the formatting of it. It really added to the reading experience for me. This is one that I would say a physical copy is the way to go for this one. There are certain scenes that were just, oh, creepy. Just creepy. But I would say this does fall into the more campy, cringy side of horror rather than actually scary. But I do think like just the way it was formatted, the kind of funny silliness of the horror, but then some actual gruesome moments, I don't know, it all worked to a book that I ended up having a good time with. And as much as the time, I think I gave it like a 3-star. It is one I always think about when it gets to this time of year, so I definitely want to give it a reread, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy that reread experience. Again, going into this not expecting it to be the best horror book, the most scary horror book, but for a bit of like campy fun, it works with some quite squeamish scenes, because there was a scene that I was like, ugh, gross, but it worked. It was really good. It was good. I enjoyed this one. So yeah, I would actually recommend. It wasn't originally on my list, and then I was thinking about it more and more, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we've got to put it on the list. It's not technically a house, but it worked. And then for ones that I do own physically, I've got A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. This is a book that starts off, again, quite slow, but then builds to a really unsettling story with then a finish that is quite outlandish in a way. There is no question of whether this has actually happened or not. It's happened, but I kind of liked that. And also you do have moments of T. Kingfisher's signature humour, so I really liked this one. There is honestly another one that we could do for haunted houses and stuff by T. Kingfisher, but those should be in other videos that I've got for these 13 days of horror. But A House with Good Bones, we are following a main character, Samantha, and she is not doing so great. She's going to move in with her mum, or like she's visiting her mum for a little while, and her mum's been staying in her nan's house. Nan's passed away. The memories there weren't that great, to be quite honest, but she's going back there because her brother's a bit worried about her mum, so she's going back there to visit her. And when she gets there, she realises, yes, there is a reason why we should be worried. The whole house has completely changed. It's kind of reverted back to how it was with Nan's house, and Nan was not a good person, and her mum seems really timid, really like worried about things. She's not looking that healthy, like there's lots of things going on, and her mum's like, no, it's fine, everything's fine, you know, don't move that. We can't change this. You can't take that picture down. We can't. Everything's got to stay how your nan had it. But I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. It's unsettling. And then things start happening, and there is a scene with bugs. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Horrifying for me, because, yeah, No, no, no. Just imagining that was, no. Yeah, I liked this one. I think this was quite good, especially the way it gets towards the end and it very much being, no, this is a paranormal happening. It is not in people's heads. This is actually going on. I think worked. We've also got vultures. Lots of vultures around the house and stuff, so I think the way certain scenes were described were done really, really well. I don't think it's like, again, anything like too scary and stuff, but it was a good time if you're looking for a creepy house. Yeah, it was good. I think that's the thing that I find with this, is that a lot of haunted houses haven't scared me, but as I said, there are a few that have been recommended, so maybe when I get around to reading those I can actually give you some more actual scary house recommendations. But I still think this works if you're looking for that kind of spookier feel, a little bit lighthearted at moment. And then if you are after something that really isn't scary at all but gives you the vibe, the eeriness, then I have a couple of young adult recommendations. So first of all, we've got Horrid by Katrina Leno. This is one that I read recently, and I think this was a really interesting grief horror. So we're following Jane, and her father's just died, and her mum's moving them back to her mum's childhood home. So she's moving away from her friends, she's leaving her school, her father's just died, like she's going through an awful lot. And then when they get to this house, it seems a little bit unsettling and creepy. It's an old house as well. It's been left to fall into disrepair. Her mum doesn't like being here. There is a history around this house that her mum just will not talk about. You know, even people that she goes to school with in the new school, like they talk about how, oh, this is the weird house, it's the creepy house. Then certain things keep happening, but nobody else is seeing this, nobody else is experiencing this apart from Jane. And we then do get that question of, is this actually happening? Is this a manifestation of her grief? I think that was something that was done really well in this book, is the grief aspect of it. It really looked into it. It really showed and highlighted how difficult all of this is going on. All of this change would be hard enough as it is. Add in the fact that she's lost her father and is a whole nother element. So I think that was done really well. And then we do have this unsettling house. It's not scary by any means. Like for me, I didn't find this scary at all, but I do think it was eerie. And if you're looking for a book that's not scary but you want the unsettling vibes for October, yeah, then I would recommend this one. I would also recommend All the Dead Lie Down. Very similar to Horrid, again dealing with that grief theme, except in that one you have the inclusion of creepy children. So I would say both of these were good recommendations for something unsettling but not terrifying, not too scary, and looking into grief. They're good ones for it. And then we have Gallant by V.E. Schwab, and this one is a lot lighter. We're following our main character, I've forgotten her name, Olivia. And Olivia, she is like, she's lost her voice. She's at this boarding school, I think it is. What's the school? Yeah, it's Maryland School for Girls. Then she receives a letter from an uncle she never knew that she had, telling her that she's got to come to the estate. And then when she gets there, she realizes things aren't quite what they seem. I think this is another one that's good for October, but it's on that cozier horror side of things. It's not too scary, but it has all of the vibes for a really good October book. I really enjoyed this one. I also think it was beautifully illustrated. There are moments where you have like little illustrations of a book. We also have other illustrations like this. Like, I definitely think this is on the cozier horror side. I did debate doing a whole video just for cozy horror. I thought I could also just kind of put them into the different subcategories that I was talking about and kind of mention them there. But yeah, Gallant was really good. I actually also think another book by V.E. Schwab would work. Hang on. I guess, it's not necessarily a haunted house, but City of Ghosts. If you're looking for something that's got the paranormal, creepier side of things, but it's not scary, like this is a middle grade, that's going to be a good book for it. But this one, it's more like castle than anything else, not really a haunted house. But yeah, these were good books that I would recommend if you're wanting something for this time of year, not too eerie, a little bit of a lighter read. These are good ones for it. But there we are. That is the recommendations for haunted houses. As I say, there is a couple others that I have that are going to be mentioned in other subcategories of horror, so do keep your eyes peeled for other videos. But that is the end. You'll have to let me know, have you read any of these ones? Are there other ones that you would recommend for a good haunted house story? You'll have to let me know in the comments below. I'm going to leave it there, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far but don't have anything really to comment, then definitely put like a house and a ghost emoji in the comments below if you've made it this this far, and thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of these days of horror, and an extra special thank you goes out to all of my Patreons for all of your support over there. But I am going to leave you in peace, so once again, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do consider giving it that thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. Those 3 things really help this channel out. My social media links, anyone I've mentioned, Patreon, Discord, everything is always linked below for you, and I will of course catch you in the very next video.